when I was beaten by my stepbrother in the middle of the road. Then a beggar protected me under my body. You are an idiot. But it was also the radiant male god of the school. He smiled naive foolishness and said not to cry. T-Van, 24 years old, hi Van. The police registered my personal information. I nodded in the peak, looking towards the beggar sitting next to. His hair was covered with smeared face. Gray t-shirt, black pants full of footprints but his face. Seeing me is laughing. The innocent smile. She knew this person, the police asked again. It was true that he was in high school, he studied very well. As for me, I used to like him. 6 years did not meet. I once thought I would see it again. Tong Kai-heen in the art exhibition, or at work, but he will become more handsome, wearing polite and courteous vest, but did not expect to meet on the street. When I was the worst, and he appeared with the fate of a beggar. Tong Kai-heen, 24 years old. Here is recorded. His mental condition is not very good, but not harm anyone. Often pick up trash and bottles in Hulak Street in exchange for food. The police continued. Community and kind-hearted people take him away. But he came back. Every day wanders in Hulak Street. She and he was very close in high school. Strange. Previously, he was very close without paying any attention to anyone. Young police officer suspected to finish her ahead. We will take him to the hospital. The story of her stepbrother. Can I take him home? Maybe. But I did not listen to the police continued. Immediately brought Tong Kai-heen home. He was much higher. About 1m85. The tan skin colored, wheat-colored black eyes. Different from the elegant boy. Gentle day before. For 6 years I left Taipan. He has experienced many things. According to information from police and people around, after the university exam I left, Tong Kai-heen's parents are addicted to alcohol. Beat him to the point of mind. He became unusual. After that, both of them jumped down to commit suicide so crazy. I opened the door of the apartment. Looking at Tong Kai-heen was confused in front of the door. His eyes were bewildered, fluttering limbs. Want to enter but look down on your shoes. Then withdrew his feet again. It's okay. Come in, I bought a new clothes for you. Tong Kai-heen's eyes were burning and muttering. Previously, I didn't have to call me my classmate to Van Sao. I pulled Tong Kai-heen into the apartment, push him into the bathroom and tell him to take a shower, because of his current condition. I asked you if he could take a bath. Tong Kai-heen obediently nodded. Eyes still do not leave me. I gave him clothes to show him how to use a shower. Tong Kai-heen is very obediently speaking. I closed the door. Just sat down soon, there was a knock on the door. The person outside the door is my unlucky mother. She bowed her head cautiously and said, Today's story, I apologize to it. But my father has so much money. How must scramble for compensation and clearance with it? I laughed first. Vong Kwong was not my brother, which is the son of her lover. Monday, the house is cleared as my father. Originally belonged to me, what is called scrambling in which there is no penny. Van, why you are so accidental? It is my relative that I want to say. My mother bowed her head stubbornly and refused to leave. I was just about to close when a middle-aged man, gold teeth, bad breath, while rushing to scream. To Van, I immediately closed the door to get the phone to call the police. My mother and his stepfather tried to squeeze the door. I am planning to pick up the vase next to them to hit them. Then hear the sound of the bathroom door suddenly opened. The sound of an angry man approached. Tong Kai-heen swung his fist, pushed both people out. Then hear the sound of the bathroom door suddenly opened. The sound of an angry man approached. Tong Kai-heen swung his fist, pushed both people out, then raised the fist to fight. I hurriedly pulled him into the door lock. Tong Kai-heen is soaked, red eyes. Panic looking at me from head to toe, then hugged me tightly. Do not cry, Van, tell me not to cry, protect you. He buried his head in my neck. I feel the wet warm water. The hoarse voice of the man rang out. I killed them. He protects you, not crying. I stopped you, killed anyone. I killed Tong Kai-heen. Kill yourself. I remember the old days. When I took the love letter to Tong Kai-heen, his face was cold and gentle, saying that his classmate. Sorry, I don't like you. Don't like me, why protect me? I did not pay attention to the crane. Men and women are smashing the door outside. I pushed Tong Kai-heen into the bathroom. Bao An continues to bathe. He looks uneasy. Just take a few steps back to look. Please let the bathroom door open. I sat watching the television in the living room. Don't worry, you are very safe. I sighed and said. Finally, Tong Kai-heen obediently entered the bathroom. Half an hour after the door breaks away, I applied medicine to Tong Kai-heen. On his body full of wounds. Is due to brother. My sight and his bad friends caused. They drank drunken hands, not light. Because I want to rob the amount of compensation for my clearance. They were about to beat me to death right on the street. If there is no Tong Kai-heen pain, I carefully applied it to his back. No pain, I noticed his reaction. Slower than normal people. A few beats. But as long as I say anything, he will answer. I bowed softly to ask him who I miss you. Remember who I don't remember. Tong Kai-heen lowered his voice. You are Van Bao and is bad. Tong Kai-heen is bad. That was 7 years before I was in grade 11, after confession was rejected. I am very uncomfortable because my judgment. Tong Kai-heen likes me. He is the male god of the school, but I also have very good beauty. Most importantly, he treats me very well. The boy learns art, according to the path of art. So often not in the classroom, but I am a friend with you. Exposure to each other quite a lot. He often brings me strawberry bread. Give me my hairpin and my hair ties. Still cold, help me do my homework. But in the end, he still refused my confession. I kicked the small stone. The mouth constantly scolded Tong Kai-heen is bad. Public heating. I don't like me, but I also listened to my classmate. The clear voice of the boy rang. I was startled back. Opposite to the flushed face of Tong Kai-heen, he hesitantly opened his words. Can the letter give me? I want to keep as a souvenir. My face was blushing and embarrassed. I don't know how many scolds you've heard. Emotions surged, my eyes hot. So give it to you. I give the letter. Pink love for you. Inside, writing a lot of words in my heart. The substance contains the confession of the young girl. I wrote for a long time and grabbed a few cinnamon flowers to keep the scent. Tong Kai-heen accepted the letter of thanks. It seems you also have feelings for me. I once again deceived myself. Until I saw that letter in the trash. That day, why did you throw away my love letter? I asked the man sitting on the sofa. Tong Kai-heen blinked his black eyes. The face is bewildered and confused. I have to repeat the pink envelope. There is a fragrance of cinnamon flowers. He said he wanted to keep as a souvenir. But then I saw it in the trash under the apartment. Tong Kai-heen's eyebrows furrowed slowly, as if not to remember. I sighed. Lower your voice and point at me, so do you like me? My classmate apologized. I didn't like you. The cold words of the boy that day still resounded, Vong in ears. But the man in front of him brightened. Steadfast and innocent eyes responded. I arranged for him to stay in my apartment. After booking a health check, I tried to communicate with him more. After a period of observation, I realized that Tong Kai-heen really wanted to protect me. He is always in a state of mental tension, always following me closely. When I was in the bathroom, he stood at the door. Occasionally call a Van Bao. Seeing me in return, he rest assured. Even when sleeping. He also insisted on lying on the floor next to my bed, Can by my side. He also wants to take care of me. He knows how to cook, cleaning, wash and fold clothes. Everything in his house is doing well. The ability to take care of yourself is very good. He said Van said just rest. But in a certain aspect, he is very awake. I absolutely know what to do to live. So why did he wander in Hulac Street before? Sleep under the bridge, I was about to ask, then get the phone of the class president. Our high school for a long time did not contact. Only phone number to keep contact. The gentle voice rang. Van. Is there free time on the other day? Maybe I'm not free. Is it because Tong Kai-heen and 2 people are together? I suddenly frowned and frowned. How do you know? Tong Kai-heen wanders in Hulac Street in 7 years. Our classmates also live in that area. That day the story he was on the street with classmates saw. The school is also rumbling. Van, sorry. Previously, I did not tell you Tong's story. The reason is that I thought you had gone abroad for studies. After 2 people are not good at the relationship, so I don't say. My chest choked in pain to uncomfortable. Tong Kai-heen is also pitiful. No one expected the male theology to fight again. So Shatwe tried to help him. The school and the government also supported. But he insisted on not leaving Hulak Street. Yes, I miss you like him. Being rejected and then angry. Do you still like him? I am Brilly. The other end of the line sighed in a breath. Yes, what about Fodim? He has liked him for many years. The heavy booming of the door rang. Interrupt the conversation. I looked at the door. Not much concerned about the name of the class president just mentioned. After politely, I turned off the phone to the door. Tong Kai-heen is like a newly activated warrior. Quickly approached the door. His brother pursed his lips in a low voice and said not to be afraid. I patted his arm. I am not afraid to let me see. I looked over the peeking hole. See a strange middle-aged couple and 2 police officers. It's okay to be a police officer. They come to protect you. I'm traumatic for you to open the door. Tong Kai-heen looked at me, hesitating for a while and then stood nestled to my side. The door just opened. The middle-aged woman with golden face immediately pointed to Tong Kai-heen. It is this murderer. She was angry and could not hold back. The mouth is constantly cursing. Neurological murderer. The woman claiming to be the aunt of Tong Kai-heen, and the middle-aged man is witnesses. But she brings. It killed my brother and sister-in-law, if not for me to find their neighbors. My brothers and sisters have died unjustly. This crazy guy dares to kill his biological parents. It killed my brother and sister-in-law, if not for me to find their neighbors. My brothers and sisters have died unjustly. This crazy guy dares to kill his biological parents, taking advantage of them drunk and push them from the 26th floor. That woman named Tong Kyu. Ever since I opened the door, she cursed without stopping. The police told her to be silent many times, but in vain. Finally, a policeman had to pull her out. Then talk to me. Code is someone accuses that Mr. Tong Kai-heen may be involved in a suicide. We need to take him back to the roomer to cooperate. I hold Tong Kai-heen's hand as the case of his parents. Yes, the police took me and Tong Kai-heen to the station. I told Tong Kai-heen to cooperate, so the police asked what he answered. I must not witness the process of writing testimony. In the end, the police only told me one thing. In his memory, his parents are still alive. He is still high school. His thinking stopped at the year we were in grade 12. I was silent, holding Tong Kai-heen's hand out of the police station. In the hall of Tong Kyu is still crying, saying that she was clear that she brought witnesses. Why can't arrest Tong Kai-heen? My brothers and sisters are so pitiful, nurturing a filial child beekeeping. Neighbors said it had heard it killed. Why release it? Miss, what kind of people do you work? Plan to keep it killing stars, she said while rolling on the floor, crying and disruptive. The middle-aged woman is a bit fat. Roll back and forth in the police station. A crowd of people could not pull. Like a fat eel. Tong Kai-heen stopped and stupidly said softly. He looks vague and awkward voice. I held Tong Kai-heen's hand to leave. The middle-aged woman woke up with fierce face. I told her the next person who killed would be her. It tends to violate that year it killed his parents. Then I wanted to help it was beaten by it. She protected it to find death by herself. She spoke through the teeth, tears spilled with suffering. She collapsed to the ground and cried and called her brother. I looked towards the police. The police helplessly waved his hand and did not have enough evidence. 2 people go ahead. After leaving the station, I took Tong Kai-heen to the hospital. After physical and psychological testing, the doctor has a preliminary diagnosis. Kai-heen is currently suffering from autism. Mild and paranoia. Paranoia? That's right, he always thinks to protect her. He thinks that Hulak Street is very dangerous. Very dangerous to her. So does he cause injury to others? Like that violent tendency, but according to the probability assessment causing injury. Not tall, but not absent. I turned, glancing at the man sitting huddled next to him. The doctor continued. Ordinary person. There is also a certain rate of injury. If you are afraid, I advise you. It is best to take him to a mental hospital. According to the registration information here, 2 people are just friends. Are not. I won't take him to a mental hospital. I hastily said he saved my life. Perhaps the obstinate of Tong Kai-heen is right. If that day didn't have him, maybe I was drunk by my stepbrother, beat death right on the street. I am distracted for a second. Tong Kai-heen is the person who does not come here, or from the parallel world. Or you have coincided. I asked Tong Kai-heen's handsome face blankly. He widened his eyes and looked at me. Long eyelashes blinked, very confused and innocent. The corner of the doctor's mouth jerked too. Or she also checked a bit. I was shy to laugh without needing. I just read the novel too much, thinking a bit rambling. After that, the doctor and I continued to ask Tong Kai-heen, "Why do you think I'm in danger in Hu Street?" Lost, but he was silent. After 1 hour of struggling, we had to give up. Doctor, statistics and tell me to talk to Tong Kai-heen. More. Tell him that I'm currently safe. His spirit will be less stressful. Combined with my medicine and my companion, he will soon awake. He is not a fool. It is due to being beaten and agitated with emotions. Should fall into autism and paranoia? I led Tong Kai-heen to walk around Hulak Street. Observe his state. He is very tense. When passing by a bakery, Tong Kai-heen suddenly stopped walking. I gently asked if I wanted to eat. Let's see it. Tong Kai-heen gripped my hand tightly, then goes straight to the position behind the glass panel. He is proficient. Pick up a bread decorated with fresh strawberries. Bring it to the payment counter. I took out the phone before I could pay. Tong Kai-heen has taken out 10 banknotes. Put on the cashier. He pushed the cake and money forward. The cashier looked at him for a long time. Then received the money and wrapped the cake. I stand beside. Get a strawberry cake that Tong Kai-heen brought equal to 2. He wants to buy for you to eat. The cashier blinked at me. Are you a rhyme? I am surprised how you know. Hulak Street is so small. The number 13 high school has only so many people. The cashier smiled and smiled you as my junior. These days on the internet and in the chat group, Hulak Street, I'll talk about those too. Tell us to be beaten in the middle of the road. Not only that, also said that in the end, Mr. Tong also need his first love. At first, I didn't even believe it seemed to be real. I have been working in this store for 3 years. Always see Mr. Tong standing outside the door. Look at the strawberry cake. He did not buy just looking at it. I thought he wanted to eat, but before I gave it to him, he also did not take. In my heart, there was a bit of annoyance. Thank you. The speaker accidentally, but the listeners are intentional. Tong Kai-heen. Formerly the person who was noticed in the school, the delicate teenager wears a drawing board. Many girls in the school secretly love. Steele misses him. Just mention the male god and they will be embarrassed. Now mentioning is only disdain. Mock. Tong Kai-heen's long slender finger pointed to the cake. Wonder why I don't eat. I bite a piece of sweet and sour strawberry. Previously, he gave me a lot of strawberry bread. I looked at the handsome face of Tong Kai-heen, touching his worried eyes. Tong Kai-heen, is you sad? You should not be trapped here. You should have a comfortable life. So beautiful, so that deserves. With the fingers were bottled. Hotel because holding his paint pen. And outstanding achievements. Achieved from hard work. Day and night, Tong Kai-heen tilted his head and did not understand what I was saying. When passing by the dike of Hulak Street, Tong Kai-heen's eyes suddenly lit up. He holds my hand and walks faster. He took me to the foot of the bridge, where he slept for 6 years. 2 wet blankets. 1 bottle of plastic remaining half a bottle of water. This is where he slept for 6 years. Yes, Van Bao stands here not to move. Tong Kai-heen first took the initiative to let go of my hand. Instruct. He took a few steps and then looked back several times, finally bent down to foot the rock at the foot of the bridge. I want to come and see, but in the end, I still heard you didn't move. Less than a while, Tong Kai-heen hugged a black plastic bag. He smiled. The clear eyes made my heart ache. Guess what there is in this? He took the plastic bag in front of me. As if showing off a treasure, I stared at the black plastic bag. Well, his hair is too good. He laughed as if to a child. Then opened the plastic bag. Inside are hairlines. Hairpin color delicate. Cute and clean. Far different from where he sleeps. I took a deep breath. Lift a pearl hairpin on your hair. Hugging a plastic bag, thank you. I like it as good. Tong Kai-heen flushed with ears. I have a long black hair to the waist. Before. He loves to give me a hair tie and hairpin. That's why I guess that he likes me. Then bring the girl's heart to confess. But 6 years ago, I shouldn't leave. At that time, my family had an event, mother adultery after divorce. My father immediately took me abroad. He did not let me contact, lost with anyone in the country to avoid being involved in mother. I used to think about contacting Tong Kai-heen, but because I go in a hurry, unable to leave a phone number or email. Until my father passed away, I returned to the country. I have not even felt the city. I was beaten in the middle of the road because of compensation. At the end of the summer, it was a bit chilly but brought a bit of cool. The doctor said he would gradually get better. I go with him by the road. Talk about the future, but the tone is a bit sad. Mr. Van told me I'm not happy. Not just afraid after waking up he will be sad. Tong Kai-heen did not answer. This sentence is very difficult to understand for him. He has been in his world for more than 6 years. There is only one thing to protect me in my mind. His time stopped. Stuck in Hulak Street for so long. The thin teenager in the past. With achievements and drawing skills people admire, he should have been a proud star. Step to the top. But now again, awake is probably a pain for him. To Van, a luxury car rushed to stop by us. The man's voice is full of spirit, and angrily shouted and got out of the car. I looked in the direction of my voice. The man is higher than 1.8 m, wearing the vest. The hair that strokes the whole body glue is meticulously cared for. He walked over to leather shoes. The handsome face cannot hide the anger. She left me back to the country, just to be with an idiot going to pick up trash. Fo Dim said angrily. I don't even respond to my message. I'm really good. He walked and cursed before he did not say. But now Tong Kai-heen is just a garbage picker. I still like him. Are you sick? When Fo Dim approached the strong perfume smell, I hurriedly pulled Tong Kai-heen a few steps back. Extremely uncomfortable. You can shut up and not so noisy. I have no good words or ideas for him. Fo Dim's face immediately lowered. I'm lazy to ask him why I know my actions. Hulak Street is just so small. I and Tong Kai-heen have become a topic. Everyone's talked for a long time. I looked at Dim doubtfully asked, why are you going back home? Isn't it because of me? For me. Fo Dim did not answer. His hand grabbed my arm. Tong Kai-heen suddenly let go of my hand. Pick up the man to push the man more and more close. His voice was cold and sharp. Blue veins emerged on Fo Dim's forehead. He frowned and looked dissatisfied to beat people. I was about to pull Tong Kai-heen when I heard Fo Dim huff. Just cold, he did not accept it with the fool. I turned off the deputy. Don't forget, in high school, who was the one who gave him the homework? Who saved him from the fight? Who had a brothers and sisters with Mr. Fo Dim tilted his head. The slap is clearly on the face. He is silent for a long time. Slowly see me to Van. Don't tell me that now you still like Tong Kai-heen. I am crazy. I'm not crazy. Deputy Dim, I know what I want. So, do you know you haven't broken up with me? No, still my girlfriend. Fo Dim gritted his teeth and said that now you are like this. Called adultery. Fo Dim has pursued me for many years. From high school until now. He followed me abroad. Almost always in the afternoon. Acquaintances. I know I'll say I don't know what. They do not know that Fo Dim is very extreme. He doesn't like me so much, just because of being rejected without being born stubbornly. So I decided to be all for the obstinate. He's reluctant to agree to confess. As expected, 2 months after dating me, Fo Dim sat on the wine table and smiled faintly. He is just because he does not have it in his heart. Now Van is his girlfriend. Tight is not interesting at all. A few more days he will break up with her. Go home to hunt beauty. He is just because he does not have it in his heart. Now Van is his girlfriend. Tight is not interesting at all. A few more days he will break up with her. Go home to hunt beauty. Everyone laughed. I just stood at the door and heard it all. I breathed a sigh. There is no need for a few more days to break up today. At that time, Fo Dim hurriedly walked towards me. Looking at him like that, I know he hasn't played enough. It will not be easy to let go. Unexpectedly, he followed me back home. I am so boring. Deputy Dim, we broke up for a month. I coldly reminded. I have not agreed to break up. No need you agree. Deputy Dim's eyes are cool. The pharynx moved hoarsely and asked. In the end, I have nothing good. But I would rather be with a fool without me. To Van, don't be so cruel. Don't call him a fool. I am very annoyed. Can you disappear? Fodine took a few deep breaths to control the anger. He raised his hands, a few steps back to make surrender. I don't bother you anymore, but you removed my number from the blocking list. I thought for a few seconds and nodded. Fodine is not the one who likes the melon. Immediately driving away disappeared from my eyes, while I talked. Tong Kai-heen still holds my hand tightly. He worriedly looked at me. In the eyes of the crumbling rays, the palms are full of cold sweat. Seeing him like that, I feel very heartbreaking. I touched his cheek lightly. I'm still here, but I'm very safe. I removed Deputy Dean from the blocking list on my phone. For a moment, hundreds of missed calls and messages appear. Listen to the phone. Losing me is the biggest mistake of your life. I am good at Taiwan. Then never contact me later. Is there not there? After hundreds of messages left only pleading. I was wrong and noticed me. I just joked with the Wong San. I really like you. Please listen to the phone. We never meet again. I am really a cruel girl. You really don't love me anymore. A little sentiment is not there. Love me, please. It is crazy. I deleted all the phone messages still a little bit. Tong Kai-heen sat next to me hugging the pillow. He was very silent and silently looked at my phone. Do not know what to think? I was just about to say something to tease him. Then the phone rang. Not Fodine is a police officer. The other end is very noisy. Hello, Koda Ban. She took Tong Kai-heen to Ho Uian residential area, where he used to live. What is his? Tong Q is about to jump floor. Now she wants to meet Tong Kai-heen. Night breeze. Bring a somewhat worried voice of the police officer. I immediately answered. When we arrived at Ho Uian residential area, inside and outside the area are full of people. The police opened the way for me and Tong Kai-heen went up. Tong Kai-heen is very worried. Holding my hand, constantly bowed my head to look at me. On the 26th floor terrace. 6 years ago, Tong Kai-heen's parents passed away here. Tong Q swung a handbook. She cried and shouted. My brother and sister-in-law were killed by his son. They died too miserable. This is its diary. Tong Kai-heen soon wanted to kill them. Poor for me. 6 years later, to discover this evidence, the police officers did not sit down. Today, if you don't arrest it, or not to take it to a mental hospital, I will jump down here to follow them. There is also the arrest warrant. The police cannot arbitrarily catch people. Tong Q finished speaking at the edge of the terrace. Turning his head to look at Tong Kai-heen, she suddenly threw the diary towards Tong Kai-heen. Break his face straight. Tong Kai-heen, because of this woman you want to kill your parents. Your conscience is really eaten by dogs. She gasped. Tong Kai-heen bent down to pick up the diary. Give me. Van said, this is your diary again, I said gently. Tong Kai-heen and the police, let's see. Tong Q continued to cry again. The police see the last 2 pages. The murder engine is clearly written like that. Why not make it go? My brother and sister-in-law died unjustly. Today, if there is no satisfactory answer, I will jump down immediately. She sobbed. The police immediately flipped to the last 2 pages of the diary. I could not help but watch with Tong Kai-heen. When you see those words, I just felt my heart tightened. Like thousands of needles stabbed. Extremely painful. May 22nd, 2018. I could not help but watch with Tong Kai-heen. When you see those words, I just felt my heart tightened. Like thousands of needles stabbed. Extremely painful. May 22nd, 2018. Today, the years of Van Bao left Hu Lac Street. The teacher said she went to Australia. Will she return? I have to try harder. Wait for me to finish. Evaping this family and then looking for her. Lately, Dad drank more alcohol than he scolded Van Bao. Blame her for her achievements. I shouldn't have brought that love letter. So she will not be kept by her parents. But fortunately, she transferred the school. But these days, my father is still around Hu Lac Street. That is the path that Van Bao must go through every time he goes home. I am very worried. What if Van Bao returned home on this summer vacation? Dad said that if he met her, he would kill her. He drank too much alcohol. If such a scum of death, it is good to die. Even this useless Tong Kai-heen is worth death. May 23rd, 2018. I asked my mother the love letter that Van Bao sent me where. She said it was burned. Tonight, my parents drink it again. When can I get out of hell? This deep. Looks like my leg's broken and my head also bleed. Can he still see you again? I bleed a lot of blood. Maybe I should write a suicide letter. The last 2 pages of the diary are very much bloody. I seem to feel the chaos. In the night that Song's parents. Kai-hin jumped floor. Through old pages. Sticky and bright red bloodstains. Tong Kai-hin was beaten to the whole body full of injury, trembling to write diary lines, and his parents in the drunkenness scolded him badly. It was not surprising that after injury, Tong Kai-hin kept wandering in Hulak Street. He is afraid of his memory. His dead trio will harm me. He lost his mind to remember that he had to protect me. I pursed my lips to look at the woman, middle-aged women in the terrace. Tong Q cried crying. You guys have seen it. It hopes my brother will die here is not evidence. Obviously, this one is not considered as evidence. The case of both husband and wife jumped downstairs. And the son who studied well was beaten to the point of losing his mind. Surely shocked the town. Certainly the police have carefully investigated. This diary cannot be missed. Tong Q soon learned about the diary, yet waiting until 6 years to come and cause trouble. Her purpose is not simple. Certainly not because of her brother's death. I quietly told the police she would not dance. She could not afford it. If Tong Q truly thinks for his brother, then did not. Tong Kai-hin wandered on the street for 6, 7 years more, according to rumors. But I heard before going upstairs, after Tong Kai-hin's parents died, the whole Song Q family moved in his house. Normally, she was also very fierce and absurd, and the other neighborhood is about to be cleared. Surely Tong Q wants to chase Tong Kai. Hin goes to conveniently occupy the compensation amount. I didn't guess it. Lately because of money clearance. Hulak Street has happened many odd things. Like me. Almost he was beaten to death by his stepbrother. I told the police to speculate, and they nodded in agreement. Tong Q glared at Tong Kai-hin. In addition to the mouth, he was cursing and claiming an explanation. Fire forces when she did not notice. But pulling her down. This drama finally ends. After being pulled down to Tong Q, he still cried. I narrowed my eyes and went down to look at her peace of mind, whether Tong Kai-hin is in a numbness or a mental hospital. Then compensation. Clearing their home is not inherited. Tong Q stopped crying and looked at me. Then she continued to cry again. Yes, I know I guessed correctly. Camera corridor. At that time we had seen it. Tong family. Just quarrel and go to the rooftop. Their son did not go there. If you are beaten to live and die, what do? This lady is also really. Because the money is cleared without the honor. Neighbors gossip slightly. Outsiders are always more alert. They all know why Tong Q made a rebellion. After the police reassured, they told me to take Tong Kai-hin. From the time of Tong Kai-hin saw the diary, then don't say a word. But before going to bed, he still hugged the diary. You are good to read. Moreover, it is very obedient to take medicine. Soon will cure. I report to the doctor what happened today. Then lie down on the bed. I sleep too drunk. No discovery Tong Kai-hin sneaked out. Kai-nin, I searched all over the house, did not see him. Being confused like silk, Fodim texted. The idiot Tong Kai-hin came to find me. I click on the keyboard. Where are you? What does he find you to do? I ask him. The nervous guy just met me, moved his arms and legs. Now I'm in the hospital. Can you visit me? He's not with me. Deputy Deem was angry. There is only Tong Kai-hin in my eyes. Now he's vaguely outside. Very dangerous. The last time you met him was... Rest assured to be awake. Just now. Still remember to hit the old wound on my thigh. But I breathed a sigh of relief. How do you wake up the diary? I turn off the phone screen. Where is Fodim's message constantly appearing? After using it and then throw it away. I don't want to know why he hit me. I look at the last line of news, hesitating and asking why he hit him. I owe him. Fodim did not tell me he owed. Kai-hin what? 10 a.m. in the last morning, Tong Kai-hin also returned. His hair is a bit long. 5 officials on handsome face. Sharp as sculpted. I don't know if my illusion is not, but it seems that he has just worked for a new hairstyle. Tong Kai-hin stood at the door to smile and familiar with Van. The 2 words Van Bao could not utter the red face. You are awake, or called a classmate to Van. Tong Kai-hin bowed his eyes. The gaze showed a reluctant look and pampered. Van said a bit husky but warm. The tall body leaned on the door. The movement of an adult man, now more and more attractive. My heart could not help but beat faster. His brother raised an eyebrow. Can you go inside? I drilled at me in grade 11. When I confess to you? Why do you say I don't like you? Tong Kai-heen's eyes waver, revealing a few sad parts. If you don't say it, I understand. It is just for family reasons. Feeling temporarily unable to be with me. Not worthy of me. These types of novels are inherited. Okay. Come on, I stand aside. But Tong Kai-heen still stood at the door. Hesitated for a few seconds and then said, etc. He went through a stupid time. Now still not worthy of you, but I hope you can give you a chance. Let me have the opportunity to keep up with you. The warm and gentle voice. I laughed softly. Tong Kai-heen is a strong person, resolutely refused work. I want to assist him to pursue the painting industry. He's talented hardship. Soon had worked in a painting room. Although only doing odd jobs, wafer gradually. Adapt and restore the previous level. He started making money by work, part-time in comic book drawing. To take money to continue going to school. Seeing him busy with dark eyes. I feel a bit sorry, baby. I really don't want this rich and beautiful sister. How to raise? My father left me a lot of property. After Tong Kai-heen started working in the drawing room, his skin gradually became white. Delicate appearance. White, a little fresh meat. Easy to blush again. Poking a few sentences is not daring to look directly at me. His eyelashes are thick and curved like two small fans. When the blink of an eye looks very cute. I put my hand on my chin, feeling I can sit and watch him draw all day. That's right, I am a genuine fan. Everything 3 years later? On the wedding day of Tavan and Tong Kai-heen, the wedding is extremely monumental. Tong Kai-heen has become the director of a design company, famous from a beggar begging into a total talent. There are many reporters who come to be interviewed. Midnight Fo-dim sat in front of the television, continuous review of outstanding moments. Of the wedding that the media comes back, he was not invited to the wedding. Looking at Tavan's wedding video, he kept watching over and over. He has never been a good person. Back to high school. He once mocked Tong Kai-heen when Tavan confessed to him. Type like you are violent. Do not expect to be with Tavan. It is obedient and abandoned in the mud that belongs to you. The doctor's mouth twitched. Miss T. Tavan is my understanding. In the head of Deputy Dean. Shows words he once said to Song. Kai-heen recalled his intense gaze. He used to go home. Seeing Tong Kai-heen picked up the roadside. Tong Kai-heen realized him. With a dirty smudged face, he called him back. Fo-dim, did you know where Van sat? It's been a long time since she went to school. At that time, Fo-dim was playing in the West. Unexpectedly, the male god. People who are more than him. Now it looks like a beggar. Tavan still misses him. I still want to go home to contact him. Fo-dim deliberately said in a malicious voice. Van bow to Van huh. She is with me. Yesterday was still lying in my bed again. Tong Kai-heen trial? Deputy Dean laughed loudly. School of school Tong Kai-heen is really useless. Even the first love could not be kept. Or wait for me to play board with Tavan. I will return her to you. Tong Kai-heen immediately raised his fist to beat him. Deputy Dean sat in the car, launched through the rearview mirror. Laugh at the man behind. At the same time he felt cold. He just said the gossip only dared to say. Tavan never keeps his eyes on him. He once thought he would tell Tavan about the situation of Song Kai-heen, but if Tavan knows, surely she will try to come back. Song Kai-heen, so he cut. Break all information channels that Bull. Van can know about the situation of Tong Kai-heen. Tells those who can contact Tavan. Absolutely not mention Tong Kai-heen. 6 years have passed. He only has a little more success. Actually, there is only a little bit of a little more. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to press the like button and register to hear more good things. New audio too.